Alright, hello everyone. Valefor here, and I'm back. Long time no see, guys. So, what I'm back with is, again, Glyde. It's the game that I've planned on making long time ago. A lot of you probably do know about it, but if you don't know about the project, the game is meant to be kinda like a 3D platformer, like old school 3D platformer collectathon, where you collect a lot of things and you round around the world and stuff like this to do all the kind of platforming challenges and some puzzles and stuff. Um, but it will have my own twist on it. So what I wanted to show you today is what I've made so far, and this is what you can see here in Engine. This is like a little test area that I've made. So here is where all the magic happens. Here I am testing all the mechanics, all the stuff that I've implemented so far. So yeah, I guess we can just jump right into it and do a little showcase of what we are doing. So as you can hear, we got a nice music made by my friend NWDM. And okay, so let's move around a little bit. So actually, I'm not going to use the keyboard. At the moment, it's the best played with a controller. So I'm on my PC obviously, and I'm using my PS4 controller. So you can see the movement of Glyde is really nice and fluid and kind of smooth. I really want to keep this game as detailed as possible. I want it to be like a work of passion, and I want it to be something original, something different. It will be heavily inspired by like Spyro and other adventure games, but it will be a different game. It's not just going to be a clone. There's a lot of Spyro clones being in development, and they kind of like Spyro but with just a reskin. So I kind of decided to actually just keep away from this and try to come up with something original but with similar kind of essence in it. Hang on, let me just maybe close all the stuff in the background here so we can have a better frame rate slightly. Still, the game needs to be optimized obviously and stuff. This is just a demo, but okay, so what we got here, we've got the movement. The movement is, as I said, I wanted to keep it realistic, and so I'm using a technique called root motion to move the character. It took me a while to implement all this, but it was worth it. The result is so nice. This is just when you walk. So the walking speed is quite slow. I think this is a good walking speed to, if you want to like just admire the views, and if you want to look at the landscapes and stuff and maybe take some screenshots and stuff, then you will be able to just walk slowly and maybe record a short video and stuff. If you want to move around the terrain quite fast, then you would hold square at the moment, which is like a button for charge in Spyro. This is still everything can change basically, but at the moment it's square. So if I hold square, you can see me running, and when I run, Glyde is a bit more lively, and he also he's much quicker as well. So I don't want to make him too quick. I don't want the player to traverse the whole kind of level straight away. I wanted to be able to explore and run around and have some fun, but I am not going to make the levels too big as well, so it gets annoying. Or maybe I will, because there's something cool that I've implemented as well, which will allow you to traverse the levels much quicker, and that is flying. So we've got some flying. Oops, it's triggered. So if we fly up, so we got a normal takeoff animation, we can actually fly around, and you can actually see how the level looks from above and stuff. I mean, this, as I've mentioned, is just a test area, so there's not a lot to see here, but you can kind of get an idea of what you can expect. And again, the motion is so nice and fluid. You slowly go from kind of idle state when you fly to a flying state, and then you just move, and you know, he moves his head whenever you, if you're turning left, he moves whole body, tilts it towards left slowly. You can see the nice shadow below us and stuff. It's just so cool. It feels so nice. It kind of gives me the vibe of Game of Thrones, of the last season of Game of Thrones, you know, or like Game of Thrones overall, when the dragons fly, you know. I like how wings are moving and stuff, so it's super cool, in my opinion at least. Obviously, this still needs a bit of work. As you've seen before, I've made with Lawrence like an automatic detection, so when Glyde detects that you're close to the ground, it will land automatically. Obviously, it needs a bit of work. This one, for some reason, the detection seems to be a little bit off, and every time you land automatically, I mean, you know, when you take off and you land without landing, you just smash into the ground, it detects it and it places you in a different angle for some reason. So this is obviously going to be fixed, but you can also take off from standing. So if I just reset it all, maybe that would be easier. So if you take off from standing, you know, it's all nice and you know, straightforward, and then you can just fly. I've got some sounds for the wings, and as you probably heard, we also got some. You can also land if you're just standing. You can just land. That's nice. Okay, so obviously we've got some footstep sounds. Again, the footsteps, it all kind of sounds like you're moving through the grass all the time, but obviously it's going to be changed. I'm planning on making it so when you're on the ground, it sounds differently. When you're on wood, it sounds differently. When you're in stone, it sounds differently. So all the footstep sounds will be changed and they will be different. Another thing that I wanted to show you in this little video is obviously something that you've probably seen in my Spyro demo. Again, it's back. The moving grass is back, so when you walk through the grass, you can actually notice a subtle movement, so the grass moves out the way as you walk through it. So I just love detail like this, you know. I think, you know, some people think it might be unnecessary, but it's just, I just love it. I love the detail in games. Now the game, I really love this grass. For some reason, I love grass. I love a lot of grass. It gives more depth to the environments and stuff. At the moment, it's not running at full stable 60 FPS, but I am planning on obviously optimizing the game, so all the grass meshes and maybe reducing the amount of grass and replacing it with some other stuff will work. But I will play around with the ideas, but I really would love to have the levels covered with grass, like just like that, you know. It just looks so nice, in my opinion at least. Obviously you might not agree, but okay. The final little thing is just the water here. So if you see that when I walk through the water, it kind of ripples, you know. So when you walk, you can see the actual animation of the water. So I thought this is a nice touch as well. And swimming itself is not implemented yet. There will be swimming. At the moment we can just run underwater, because we like a super awesome dragon that can just run underwater and not bother about breathing. But and we can also fly. So yeah, so it's really cool. I mean, I love how this looks. Even though it's something I've made, I'm just very excited. I kind of want to play the game myself, in a sense, and even though I will probably know where everything is, obviously, I will still enjoy playing it, because it's just, the flying, it just feels so good. Even though it's still not finished, it just feels so nice. I really hope, guys, that you will want to try it out. I'm still not sure how exactly it's all going to be released. Obviously I would like to have it released on PlayStation and then PC. I would like to keep it all affordable as well, so I don't want to be selling the game for a lot of money. But after speaking with a couple people and Lawrence, who actually works in the industry, and he knows how those things are going, I will probably have to, I will have to just sell the game for a little bit of money just to kind of pay for all the fees that are associated with releasing the game on different platforms and stuff, because obviously every platform takes their cut. Unreal Engine takes their cut, so you have to be able to kind of pay for it all. At the moment, obviously I'm just using the money that I earn at work to buy stuff, or maybe to pay some people to help me out with some certain aspects, but there's a long road ahead of us, and I really hope it will work out this time, and I am definitely going to keep doing it, because I just love how it's turning out. I've got a lot of different ideas, and obviously I will be asking you guys about feedback and about suggestions about the game. So if you feel like you've got some cool ideas and you want to share them with me, just join our Discord. My Discord server will be linked down below. At the moment it's called Dragon Shores. It's a Spyro fan Discord. Originally it was a Glyde Discord, but then I kind of stopped working on the game, turned it into Spyro Discord. But now, since Spyro Reignited Trilogy is not really relevant anymore, no one really talks about it, I might just rename it back to Glyde, and I will still keep the Spyro channels going, but I think it would be the best to focus on Glyde from now on, really. Oh, and the final little thing that I've just noticed, actually, I totally forgot about this, is for the hub worlds, this is not a spoiler, this is just a little kind of tease, for all the hub worlds, because there will be hub worlds and there will be smaller levels in the hub worlds. Every hub world will have day and night cycle, so as you can see here, obviously we started during the day, but now as the time goes on, probably around 10 minutes now, I think, the sun's going down now, and it will turn into the night soon, and we'll have a nice moon in the sky, and everything will go kind of dark. So I may as well just kind of keep talking for this 2 extra minutes and then show you how it works. Again, everything will still be adjusted. It will be much more detailed. So if the night doesn't look dark enough, don't worry, I know, and if it looks too dark, again, I know as well. So we'll see what will happen now. But yeah, I'm really excited about this project, and I feel like you guys will be happy to play this as well once it's released. It will definitely happen. I don't know when yet, but it will. Final thing that I wanted to mention is just the Patreon that I've had in the past. So obviously when I finished my Spyro project and I've gained so much traction and everyone was so excited about it and stuff, I had started a Patreon for Glyde, where I had some people paying every month to basically help me with the development. So I hugely appreciated it, and even though nothing came out of this back then, I did provide all the Patreons with screenshots of the receipts that so for example, I think I managed to collect like around, I can't remember how much it was, around $300 or so. I bought software called 3D Code, which is like a modeling software. I bought a full license for it, thanks to you guys, thanks to the money, and this will obviously be used for Glyde, as I'm going to be making it. So the money, it's not like I took the money and I just stopped making it. I just had to stop because of a lot of stuff going in my life back then. But I'm back on track now. I've got a full-time job. I'm not studying anymore, so now my free time when I'm at home I can obviously spend on doing the game. I think I will reactivate the Patreon, because at the moment it stopped. I told everyone to just stop contributing to the Patreon. I don't want to be taking any money from anyone if I'm not releasing anything in exchange. But since obviously I started working on it now and I really treat it seriously, I am planning on reactivating it. And if you guys want to help me out with a little bit, then you can. And if not, then it's still fine. You know, I will be making the game regardless. It's just obviously extra income from the Patreon would help with assets and with with paying people. Like I could maybe get some freelancers to do some like work, maybe artwork and stuff like this. So obviously this would help me because I wouldn't have to pay out of my own pocket for everything. And obviously I don't know how successful it will be, but the more successful the Patreon will be, the more time I will be able to spend on Glyde as well. Because if I can, well, I probably won't be able to start doing this full time, but you never know. It may be that it will just shoot off, and yeah. So yeah, here we got the night. Obviously the grass is super bright. It kind of looks like day still, but it's going to be fixed. But yeah, so that's the day and night cycle for you. So yeah, I hope you like what you see, and I hope you will be on my Discord and you will be kept up to date with everything that I'm doing. So if you want to be kept up to date, leave the like, comment, and if you want, you can subscribe as well. This helps. Although I'm not taking YouTube super seriously, if it became successful, why not? Obviously, I enjoy making videos, even though I'm not making them often, and I may still sound a bit, boring or something. I still kind of like doing it. So, yeah, I will keep posting stuff on YouTube, whether it's successful or not. But Discord is probably where I'm at the most of my time. So if you want to get hold of me, or if you got any questions, suggestions, and stuff like this, then just go on Discord and I'll see you there. Cool. Hopefully this didn't go on too long. I tried to make it short, but obviously when I start talking, I just start talking. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and see you later.